I want to talk about where confidence comes from. I talk a lot about confidence with my clients. It's probably the number one thing I get asked for. People ask for a load of things, and when we get down to the bottom of it, they say, I just want to feel confident. I just want to feel good about myself. Just want to feel like I can do the things that I want to do. So what is confidence? And how do we find it? Where does it come from? So first of all, I want to talk about where we often go when we think we need more confidence. We go to find it. So this suggests it's outside of us somewhere. We have to go and find it. And we often end up trying to do that by doing things to prove to ourselves we're confident. So that might be doing something that you're worried about, but by doing it, you believe you will prove or validate some confidence, gain some confidence, and that'll be repeatable. There is some truth in that, and we can learn to take repeated actions to become more confident. The other thing we often do is we look for feedback. And when I say feedback, that doesn't necessarily mean writing out with a 360-degree form. Sometimes that's doing things for other people so that they will praise us, people pleasing, being helpful, taking things off other people, doing these things so that we can prove to ourselves that we're doing something helpful or useful or that somebody else values, so that they can communicate that to us and we feel more confident. So 2 ways to find confidence: by doing things or by getting that validation from other people. They do both work to some extent, but they put the solution to our confidence outside of ourselves. In theory, if we keep repeating it, then we might start to actually believe it. But what often happens is that we end up going down a rabbit hole of always needing to do more to prove to ourselves we're okay, to get more acceptance, more validation, more positive feedback to prove that we are okay. We end up in this rabbit hole of continually having to go and find ever more things to do or to get feedback on to feel okay, to validate our confidence. Where does real confidence come from? Well, real confidence isn't externally sought. External feedback is like the cherry on top. When you have real confidence inside, it's like this innate force within you. Let me explain. So real confidence, to me, is the absence of self-doubt, because that's kind of what's happening when we're not feeling confident. We're full of doubts about ourselves, who we are, what we're capable of doing, what people might think about us. So when we don't have those doubts, which are often somebody else's stuff anyway, we can be free to be confident. You actually were confident when you were born. It's just that all these doubts have piled on top. When you lift them off, you can be confident. You haven't got to find it. It was there all along. That doesn't mean never feeling fear. It just means that when we feel the fear, it feels exciting or empowering, or we're up for challenging ourselves. Now, of course, that can top up our confidence, but the confidence was there to start with. Confidence comes from knowing yourself, knowing who you are, and most importantly, accepting who you are, liking who you see in the mirror, being trusting of yourself, knowing that when you go and do something, you can trust the results. You can trust yourself to do well because you feel confident. So it's this self-acceptance, it's this idea of self-support. So confidence means that we can support ourselves to continue to do good things, to be the best person we can be. Now, most of us get stuck in the doing and getting feedback loop, down that rabbit hole. What I do when I work with my clients is I work on the fears, the doubts, the things that often weren't yours, that when we get rid of them and spend some time really working out who you are and what about yourself you can be really proud of, then confidence is a natural consequence. It's not something that we need to go and get other people's validation from. It's not something that we need to continually keep doing things to prove to ourselves. It just is there. And we can obviously nurture it. We can add to the good feeling of confidence with those external bits of feedback. But really, we know that we're okay because we know we're okay. I know on the inside that I can be confident in who I am and the things that I want to do in my life, in my work, in my friends, in every aspect. So I hope that's been really helpful to you, because it answers really what I see a lot when I talk to clients at the start. They want confidence and they are in this rabbit hole of furiously burrowing away, trying to do more, trying to get more feedback to prove their confidence. That is all okay, but it's really hard work. And actually, if you really want to work out where confidence comes from, it's underneath all those doubts and fears. And what I specialise in doing is helping you remove those. If that sounds something that you would like to try, then book a call with me. Speaking to me is absolutely free. I do a quick video coffee with you and we can chat and explore what it is that you'd love to change and how your life might be different if your confidence felt more natural.